Wednesday, later in the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
It does get a little.
Not late. Mid-50s.
Yeah, mid-50s.
Yeah.
Cold at night, cold in the morning, but fine in the
You
afternoon.
get in the sun, you be good. I think I'm going to take her. I wish things, and I understand, I wish things opened a bit earlier during the week down here. Because I just bring her down here and we just bop about. Want to take her. I took her across to Mud Island to the Memphis sign.
Okay.
The last time she came through. I think I'm going to take her from here to the bridge.
Big River.
To Big River. Cross that and come on back.
Okay.
And it would be really, really nice if after doing that, like Fannie Lou's was open. Or Fannie Mae's. Which
Fannie
one is
Lou's.
it? Is it Fannie
The
Lou's?
chicken?
Fannie Lou's was open. The chicken, the cheesecake.
Well, of course, the cheesecake.
Devour.
It's Cheesecake Corner located in Fannie Lou's.
Yeah. Devour. We could just do a dessert, like
A dessert
loop,
crawl?
a dessert crawl. So there.
You want to know what
Devour,
downtown needs? Speaking of a dessert crawl?
What?
Cinnamon rolls.
Do we have freestanding cinnamon roll dessert
There's this
spots?
place called Rollin' Sweets, I think.
I'm listening.
It's in Cordova.
Okay.
But I put it into my maps, and I wanted a cinnamon roll real bad on Saturday after the Grizzlies game on Friday night. I wanted to get back into the holiday spirit with a cinnamon roll. It was like 45 minutes away from downtown, and I didn't want a cinnamon roll that bad. And then we went to Butterific does cinnamon rolls, but they only put them out in the afternoon.
Gotcha.
And like, I love Butterific. Cinnamon rolls are a breakfast food. Put it out in the morning. I think they do it in the afternoon, so you get it for the next day, and then you take it home and warm it up.
You know who does a good cinnamon
Who?
roll? Sunrise.
They do a good cinnamon roll. You're right. They do do a
Sunrise.
good cinnamon.
There's a peach cobbler like factory. It might be called Peach Cobbler Factory that I'm pretty sure is in DeSoto. And that is, if it is, that is wonderful. That is delightful. We had some in Columbus this May. Changed my life.
Life-changing cobbler. What's up, everybody? It is Monday, December 29th, the last Monday of 2025. Gonna be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt is back, and he is behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, Grizzlies weekend, Jaws return. A loss to the Wizards, a win over the Bucks. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. We'll get through all the Grizzlies happenings. We have all kinds of stuff to catch up on from the long holiday weekend, NBA Christmas Day slate. Saw the Spurs beat the Thunder again. We will have our Dirty Dozen, the plays to define the NFL and college football weekend that was. Week 17 in the NFL was a banger. College football saw another great Pop-Tarts bowl. We'll end with a little Hot Mess Express. Busy Monday ahead. You know what we say.
Ooh, I sent the link. It's in the Slack
What link?
to Peach Cobbler Factory.
Oh, thank you.
It's wonderful.
Welcome to the Peach Cobbler Factory.
Are you ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com. Grizz Nation, Friday night just got a whole lot better. Introducing Buckets and Brews, the ultimate way to tip off your weekend. Every Friday this season, grab a terrace-level ticket to the Grizz game and two 12-ounce Miller Lights for just $55. Get great seats, cold brews, and Grizzlies basketball. It's everything you need to start your weekend off right. So get the deal that's too cold to hold. Go to grizzlies.com/Friday to lock in your tickets today. Who have you leaned on the most in terms of asking questions? Because there's always a fine line, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be the rookie that's annoying people.
Exactly.
On the other hand, you want to be a sponge.
You can ask any of the guys. Like, I'm asking, it'd be random games sitting next would have done right there? Like, what do you feel like you would have did in that situation? Boom, boom, boom. I probably would have did this. I'm like, all right, cool. I got it locked in now.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the code. You are free to receive personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own a day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, have it my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Hello, everybody. Happy last week of 2025. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful holiday week outside of the Grizzlies happenings of yesterday. I'd like to welcome back CJ to the show. CJ, we missed you. So much.
Don't know why.
So much.
And I do not know how to do this thing anymore. I don't.
I think it's like the cruelest thing to come off of a vacation and come back for the last week of the year, because everything that happens between Christmas and New Year, like, isn't real. So don't worry. The Grizzlies losing to the Wizards yesterday, not real, never happened, poof, be gone. This weekend just doesn't exist. I know it technically exists. There are actual days to be had between December 25th and January 1st, but it doesn't feel like there should be. It doesn't feel like there should be.
I don't know if you do this or if other people in this industry change how they consume sports when they know, hey, I don't got to talk about this the next day. I consumed so many different sporting events. Can't go into depth about any of them. Saturday, I was like, okay, back in work mode.
Right.
Let's sit down and
zoned.
let's find the storylines in this Penn State Clemson game. Let's find the storylines in these NFL matchups, right? Like Saturday to Sunday, I'm good. But that Monday to Friday, watched two Grizzlies games, watched a boatload of college football, watched all of those games, and they were great. They were great Christmas games on the NBA slate, right? Watched all of those.
Watched the Disney one in the morning with Knicks Cavs.
I didn't even watch the Disney one.
Oh my
I was
God.
so into what was going on. Watched the NFL games from Christmas as well. I can't tell you anything. I can't tell you anything about Jokic is incredible.
Yeah, that was sick.
But I got nothing outside of
The
that.
Spurs beat the Thunder again.
Okay, yeah, that happened. The Knicks look maybe good. The Cavs look maybe like what the hell is going on up there. And that's it. That's all I've got for you about that week worth of games.
I was going to say, on Christmas NFL-wise, maybe we saw Travis Kelce play his last down in Arrowhead. Seemed like it.
Oh, we absolutely saw Travis Kelce
What were
play
the
his
other?
last down.
Oh, Cowboys Commanders.
Yeah, what? Like,
Josh Johnson was the quarterback?
They said Josh Johnson at quarterback. I was like, wait, the comedian? The dude with the fro?
Excuse me? Wait,
What?
who was the other random? Oh, Brosmer for the Vikings.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What a day. That was days ago. That was like a week ago.
Weren't the Chiefs on their third string quarterback too?
Yeah. Old. I can't even. Whew.
Right?
There it goes.
I've got nothing.
Well, and to make matters worse, I feel like I've lived in 2 different states in the last 24 hours because yesterday it was 75 degrees and we woke up this morning and it was 29. And that is just mean. That is just cruel. Like, I was in balmy temperatures all Christmas. I got on this whole thing where I was like, well, it's not going to feel like Christmas because it's in the 70s. And then it felt great outside. I took little strolls. I walked the river.
Did it feel, what was the humidity situation here?
It was like a little moist, but not terrible.
Because it was awful in Austin.
Oh, it was?
Oh, my gosh. We walked the neighborhood, whole front of my shirt just covered in sweat. It was
What was
terrible.
the best thing you got?
Best thing I got?
Yeah, best Christmas gift.
It's kind of niche. It's an inside joke.
God.
But I got some socks.
I love a niche joke.
That the bottom of them says, I don't snore on one. And then the other foot, it says, I just make sounds like a fire truck. And if you know the fire truck story, you'll know why that's funny.
Okay.
So that's what I got. I can't wait to show those to my mom and share those with certain friends who are aware of the fire truck story. But I got some more cool socks. You know,
now mentioned socks twice.
because like I get cool
Socks.
Got some
I
Looney
love
Tunes.
socks.
Got some Looney Tunes socks.
Nice.
Got some Stitch socks. Got some superhero socks, I do believe, and got a DVD of Sinners. Oh,
Nice.
I got tickets
Physical
to
media.
got tickets to John Mulaney.
Nice also.
Yeah. So,
At Graceland?
Yep. So I'll be going there. Watched a bunch of stand up over the break as well.
I barely got through the first episode of Stranger Things. There were so many sports on it all the time.
Where I was, there were multiple rooms with multiple TVs, and just look up and the brother-in-law and the sister-in-law have vanished, and they are chatterboxes.
Yeah.
I don't hear them at all.
Stranger Things.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, this is what you guys
I didn't even get to a movie. I didn't even get to my
really?
annual Christmas movie.
Why
So
not?
no, I have not seen Marty Supreme. I have not seen Song Sung Blue. I don't know. There were so many games.
So many.
There were just so many sports to be watched.
But honestly,
I can't even blame family. It was just me and Chris. It was just me and Chris and football and basketball.
But you didn't need to watch the football. Not
It
on
was fantasy
Christmas.
football championship
Oh, okay.
weekend. So
I
yeah.
got you. You did.
And Chris and I are playing in your stupid league. We are in the championship game that I very much have not paid attention to. I woke up and I was like, oh, I have another game today. Oh, it's against Chris. Oh, it's against CJ's league.
Yeah.
I'm a champion in one league, but whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. Obviously, I'm rambling because I don't want to talk about the Memphis Grizzlies losing
Well,
to the Washington Wizards twice in
keep
8 days.
rambling.
Twice in 8 days. Don't worry, we're gonna get to it. Don't you fret. I did want to start with the best thing I saw this weekend because I simply refused to start with the worst thing that I saw this weekend, which was the Grizzlies losing to the Wizards for a second time in 8 days. This video brought me so much joy, and I hope it brings everybody here who is, inevitably wanting to talk about the Grizzlies losing to the Wizards. But I hope it brings you joy as we start the last Monday of 2025, and it had to be started in a much better way than talking about that game yesterday. So here we have kids versus mascots, and that is Grizz.
Drive through, Grizz. Look at this. Torpedo.
Bam!
Bam! Wrapped up. Drive through. Get him on the ground. There we go, Grizz.
This was at halftime of the Titans game on Sunday, and it was Grizz. It was the Savannah Banana. I saw Smokey was out there. What's the Braves mascot? Blooper was out there as well. They had some youth football team playing against the mascots, and even before the game began, Grizz and Savannah Banana jumping kids in the tunnel. And then the kids trying to take after him. I swear, Savannah Banana and Grizz, absolute menaces. There was also a great video from the perspective of Bloop. I'm sorry, Mr. Braves mascot. Blooper.
I'm pretty sure Blooper.
Well, Blooper.
Oh, he's just throwing bags.
This is a POV from Blooper. Wham!
Wow.
Just
Why
stiff
he's
arm
on
that
the
kid.
ground. He doesn't want to get up.
Stiff arm that kid. There is something so specific about mascots going balls to the wall against children that makes me giggle. Like, I love watching mascots stiff arm kids. That's just a beautiful thing. So I saw that thanks to Jim Wyatt, who's the Titans writer over at TennesseeTitans.com. He shared that video, described our very own Grizz as a real menace. And I was like, I gotta watch this. And then I was not disappointed. All right. If I had a nickel for every time the Grizzlies had a chance to reach 500 this month by getting a win against the Wizards, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. I blame Dylan Brooks. He was there to support his former team because Suns are playing the Wizards tonight, so he was courtside. It was fun to see him interacting with everybody. It was not fun watching the Grizzlies fall to the Wizards. I do feel like we need to go in chronological order of the weekend because in order for the Grizzlies to get to the point where they were trying to get to 500 yet again against the Washington Wizards, they had to beat the Milwaukee Bucks on Friday here at FedEx Forum, which they did, 125-104. It was the best Ja and Jaren game that we have seen this season. It was one of the most dynamic Ja games we've seen this season. He finished with 17 points, 10 assists in 25 minutes. It felt better than that. I honestly left Friday night feeling the best that I have felt about the Grizzlies this season, and maybe that's a little prisoner of the moment given what transpired the rest of the weekend. And yes, the Bucks did not have Giannis Antetokounmpo in that game. Giannis didn't come back until the Saturday game for the Bucks, and boy, did he come back. Did you see how that game ended? I did. What are your thoughts on Giannis throwing down a windmill dunk with the game over?
Get back on defense.
I think it was atrocious.
No.
I think it was wrong.
Oh.
And I think we should see it way more in the NBA.
Get back
Give
on,
it more.
Get back on
the
defense.
game's not over. Go do it. I honestly,
Why
anyone
are
who
you
has
walking?
a problem with this,
You're walking.
you should have a problem with the defense from the Bulls. Exactly. Get back.
Get back.
Try to keep him from throwing down a windmill to end the game.
Like, what is Giddey doing right there? Are we mad at Giddey for taking that half court heat?
My favorite part, though, is the little skirmish that pops off, and Giannis just walks to the locker room. He's like, y'all can handle this. I'm back. I did my job. Bye.
Yeah, because what do you
walks
mean?
off.
Everybody else is out there. Giannis is gone. It's like, what do y'all now everybody wants to act like that. Everybody acts like they want to fight right now. The game is over. The game is over.
And nothing's going to happen.
You're at the half court circle.
We
Just
had a lot
back.
of little skirmishes this Christmas season. The little Suns-Pelicans
Christmas
situation.
spirit. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, tensions can get high.
Which big European was that? Was that Vucevic?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, Giannis said that the Bulls didn't want, I guess Giannis was upset because the Bulls didn't want to trade for him. And that's why he threw that down. And so.
When someone asked Giannis after the game, like, do you want to be here? And he said, that's inappropriate to ask. That's disrespectful to me and my teammates and the coaching staff and the organization. And I'm like, but you didn't say.
He didn't say yes.
He didn't say yes.
Didn't say, yeah, I want to be here, dog.
He did say he would play. So I think the windmill dunk was him showing, as long as I am here, I will play until the zeros are on the clock every game when I'm available. He had missed the last 9 with the dreaded calf soreness.
He also said, and then we'll get back to the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
But
More
he also said something along the lines of sportsmanship. Why do we have to have good sportsmanship? We're not champions. We're what, 10th, 11th in this thing?
He was like, I've been around this league 13 years. I know how this goes. If we keep losing, half this team is going to be gone. Not even him. He's like, half this team is going to be gone. I did find myself watching the Bucks thinking, I mean, they have some interesting pieces. Like Bobby Portis could help somebody out there.
Hey.
Somebody. But no one could help the Bucks beat the Grizzlies on Friday because times were fun. Times were good. There was no Giannis Antetokounmpo. Before the game on Friday, I did my warm-up show hit with Lang, and we always do the main character, and I made it Ja because Ja was coming back from his calf soreness period out. It was like he had the calf soreness period, and then he came back for 2 games, and then he sprained his ankle against the Clippers. And so he was technically coming back from the ankle sprain, but you kind of mix it all together. It's been a long injury stretch for Ja coming back on a Friday night. And I said, you know, it's Friday night in Memphis, and Ja Morant is playing basketball. You just never know what you're going to see. And I kind of put like a question mark at the end of it, kind of like Anchorman style, like who put a question mark in the teleprompter? But I did find myself believing that statement fully, but also trepidatiously because coming off the injury, I didn't know what to expect. And Coach Isolo said pregame he was going to be on a minutes restriction, and please remember the minutes restriction when we get to the happenings against the Wizards on Sunday. But it was a nice holiday crowd, day after Christmas, good energy in the building. And then the first quarter comes, and he played 5 minutes, and I said, oh, well, maybe that sentiment doesn't have the juice that it once did. And then that second quarter hits, and you have the transition burst to start the quarter where he landed a little funky, and you're like, oh, no, get up. Please get up. Please get up. And he does. And then you had the dunk. You're like, oh, he's dunking again. Like, he feels good enough that he's getting airtime. And I saw some people, he's not getting as high as he once did. Okay. Still pretty high. And it was an emphatic dunk from Ja Morant. And then he had the alley-oop pass to Santi. He had the situation where he was directing Jaren against the mismatch, feeding into him. And then there was, I think that was an 8-2 run. Bucks call a timeout. And coming out of the timeout, Ja does the between the legs, little double clutch up and over AJ Green to the basket. That sequence from Ja was electric to watch and just felt like the good old days. It did. And it was enough to get really excited about what this offense looks like when you do insert Ja Morant into it. And by the end of the game, he's hitting the gritty to the bench and the smiles are out. And it felt good. He threw a lob to Christian Coloco. As CJ texted me yesterday, who is this big, tall, skinny dude added to the team in my absence? And I said, duh, that's Christian Coloco. Obviously. 10-day signee legend, Christian Coloco.
When he got grabbed Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, because I saw him yesterday. I was like, wait, what's going on
That was
here?
his third.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Played against the Jazz.
See, that's what I'm trying to
See,
tell you.
I know, I get it.
That
it all
week,
runs together.
I
I'm
watched
here
that
to
game.
explain.
I remember the spectacular Ja plays. I can't tell you much else other than, hey, Ja looked good coming back that first game.
Coloco against the Bucks was necessary, and it was necessary against the Wizards because, guess what? We have another injury. Jock Landale, calf soreness, strikes again. But Coach Isolo talked pregame about just what Ja does from a player who is so dynamic in transition and can really kickstart the offense. And it was on perfect display in that stretch. And the Grizzlies end up with 26 fast break points against the Bucks on Friday, which was their second highest amount of the season. And mostly, you just remember what things look like when you have a real true point guard out there. Because the Grizzlies have not had that, and as good as Cam Spencer has been, and as serviceable as Vince Williams Jr. was in the stretch where he had to play at the point, the Grizzlies have not had a true point guard in well over a month. And Ja Morant, as an offensive organizer on display on Friday, was really special. And he had 10 assists to 11 shot attempts. He didn't take a single three on Friday, which was nice to see. And it led to good things happening for the rest of the team. Jaren Jackson Jr. had one of his better games, 24 points. He had 5 blocks. 5 blocks against the Bucks on Friday. And the idea of these defensive plays being contagious and catching on, I think Isolo was talking about defensive plays being contagious, and he was specifically referencing both Ja and Cam, who had plays on Friday where they dove after loose balls and just getting that from your guard play. But also the Jaren blocks operate in a similar fashion to this team, and just this disruption and not allowing opposing teams to get into their sets. And when you're having the rebounding struggles that this team is having at the moment, which we'll get to with the Wizards game, you have to find other ways to combat those extra possessions that teams can get. And Jaren being a block, steal, stock monster is certainly something that can help with that. So I know you missed it on Friday, CJ, but it felt good. It felt right. And then it felt so bad yesterday. It felt so bad because I thought surely, as many did, I did not count the chickens before they hatched. You might have missed this. You were still there.
I saw reference to it in the chat this morning.
Bennett Doyle and Gary Parrish, who are both not here to defend themselves this week. Interesting. Interesting. They started this. They started this mess the first time around when the Grizzlies were trying to 8 days ago. I saw that part. Now 9 days ago, but 8 days of yesterday. They said we're going to be coming out of the weekend and we would be 500. Mm-hmm. And then what did the Grizzlies do over that weekend?
They lost to the Wizards.
Mm-hmm. And so I said, there's no way it can happen twice. And Roser and Bennett on the double post on Friday night, they started flirting with counting their chickens. They were flirting with it. And Roser said he only counted 1 egg. But just counting 1. Doesn't matter how many you count. If you count them, you counted them. And they tried to come in and say, we're going to be 500 when we come back and talk about this team on Monday. Spoiler alert, the Grizzlies are once again still below 500 after losing to the Washington Wizards.
Good news. Good news.
Yeah.
Good news. They don't have to play the Wizards anymore.
A sentence that should not need to be said. That is something that I shouldn't have to say. Hey, you know what? As we go into 2026, thank God the Grizzlies at least don't have to play the Wizards again, or at least in the first portion of 2026, at least this season of 2025, 2026, because it hasn't gone very well for them. They didn't even have yesterday, when you're looking at this game and thinking, okay, well, what could benefit the Grizzlies? Well, they don't have Keyshawn George, and the K. Georges of the world, be it Keontae George for the Jazz or Keyshawn George for the Wizards, they have torched the Grizzlies, and so they don't even have him. CJ McCollum, certified Grizz killer, ghost of Grizzlies killers past, coming back around this post-holiday season. He only had 16 points and critical opportunities and contributions down the stretch. But you just look at that game, and from the first time they played the Wizards where they blow a 20-point lead, and that felt bad, and it was at home. to this one on Sunday, dare I say, felt worse. Yes, I do dare say. It feels worse because it happened twice. Because if you are a competitive team, if you are a team trending up, if you were taking the graph and saying, all right, this thing is going in the right direction, you're coming off of Friday's win against the Bucks, you're encouraged about the return of Ja Morant, you're encouraged about the play of Ja and Jaren, the continued blossoming relationship between your stars and your first-year head coach and all the other contributors that have had to step up through an injury-riddled beginning of the season. But if you are looking at that graph and saying it's going up, you cannot have 2 losses to the Washington Wizards in 8 days. It inevitably feels bad. And you can have 2 losses to the Washington Wizards in 8 days because we just saw it happen.
And in 2 completely different ways also. The first one, like you said, the Grizzlies had that nice lead at some point in the third quarter, if I remember correctly. And then Jaren gets into foul trouble. And so Jaren's gone and they have nothing without Jaren on the court. And it's like, okay, I left that game thinking, oh, okay. If Jaren's on the court, the Grizzlies win that game. They win it pretty easily. Well, this time around, Jaren is on the court. Not only is Jaren on the court, you've got Ja on the court as well. And you're thinking, okay, well, you got Jaren and you've got Ja now. Just those 2 being present and active alone should be enough to get you to take care of this game. And throughout the game, they just look uncomfortable. Like this feels like an issue that gets fixed the more dudes play together. And unfortunately, because of the way the injuries have been set up, and I'm going to say, like, continue to be set up.
I mean, KCP gets hurt last night.
KCP out. He leaves. It's like, oh, is he coming back?
No.
And he comes back. He's in full street attire. It's like, oh, okay, that's great to see. So you just don't have a chance for everybody to play together and get comfortable with where they're supposed to be. It's one thing to watch film. It's one thing to do walkthroughs and do it in practice without the pieces there, sure. But when everybody's out there and the bullets metaphorically start flying, like it's difficult for you to be comfortable.
The gun is being put down this season, so there are no bullets, okay?
What a celebration. That's great.
Honestly, good stuff.
Incredible celebration.
Is not getting enough. It's not. We don't talk about fun things coming off a loss to the Wizards, but my God, that celebration, every time I see it, makes me laugh out loud.
We don't want to draw attention to that celebration.
Right. I don't want to get in trouble.
Like the way the league does things with that player, but like, put it down.
And every time someone posts the Michael Jackson meme, it is so good. Just put it down.
But so it's just hard, especially when Ja's out there. That's when they look the most disjointed to me. Just watching that game last night. I think over time, assuming everybody can stay healthy, big assumption, everybody's playing, I think the team will be fine, be better for it than what they were last night. Also, we measure things by stats so much that you sometimes lose sight of what's happening on the court.
Yes.
Losing Caldwell Pope is huge.
Yes.
And in that game, and if he misses any extended time, that is a big loss for that second unit, who's been so very, 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 very good and been the ones to
consistent. The best scoring unit bench scoring unit in the NBA.
Push leads out further, cut into leads as well. So now when these starters go out, he is a pivotal piece in that second string unit. Having him not be there, I think we saw last night from a win-loss, from a, hey, this is what this thing looks like without him. Never mind the stats. This right here is what it looks like. I can't tell you how many times watching them, especially live, you see Caldwell Pope basically guarding 2 people because he's telling the other defender, hey, you've got to go over there. Offensively, he's directing traffic, telling people, hey, that's not where you're supposed to be. Cut, screen, cut, move. So not having him there hurts a ton. It's bad to lose to the Wizards 2 times in 9 days. But the team, you've got more games to play. The season's not over yet.
There are absolutely rational reactions that you can have to losing to the Wizards 2 times in 8 days. But I understand the people who crashed out a bit because it doesn't feel good. And it's the holiday season. It's the end of the year. You want to end the year on a good note. And the Grizzlies' schedule gets harder. I think their next 6 opponents are all above 500, starting with the Sixers at home tomorrow. But you also, again, to be rational, how many games is Cam Spencer going to go 0-5 from 3? And the three-point shooting for the team was abysmal last night. 9 of 32 as a team. Cam goes 0-5. Cedric Coward was 0-3. Jaren was 2-7. Santi was 1-4. Between the three-point shooting, the turnovers, and Jaren had a very good, impactful game, and again was aggressive and was intentional in getting to the basket, getting to his spots, making the defensive plays. 31 points, 8 rebounds, 4 blocks, and a steal. And 3 of those blocks came in the first quarter. So it was a really good start. It was like an Alex Sarr, Jaren Jackson Jr. block fest to start the game. But then he had 2 really critical bad turnovers in the fourth quarter. So the turnovers were bad. 24 points off 16 Grizzlies turnovers. And then if you really want to boil it down to one reason why the Grizzlies lost that game yesterday, it was rebounding. It was rebounding. And they're going to continue to struggle with rebounding when they don't have their centers. There is no Zach Edey. He solves that when he hopefully comes back sooner rather than later. You remove Jock Landale from the equation. There's another one of your rebounders out. There's your backup center is now out as well. You're still without Brandon Clark. And so you have 10 rebounds from Santi. You have 8 from Jaren. You have 7 from Jalen Wells, 6 from Cedric Coward, 7 from Koloko. But ultimately, you get out rebounded last night. What was the total? 54 to 43. And the second chance points for the Wizards won them that game. They had 23 second chance points. So as simple as it can be, the rebounding killed the Grizzlies yesterday. And there's a lot of other things within there too. And I would say a lot of people were frustrated with the Ja minutes in the fourth quarter. He is on a minutes restriction. Like, it was pretty explicitly said on Friday before the game against the Bucks. And even when he had played 25 yesterday, I wondered if he was coming in at all at the end of the game, because sometimes they can be real sticklers to whatever that number is. You don't really deviate from it. But he ends up playing 27. It was a minus 22. It's one of those situations where you can never go full in on plus minus. It's a very flawed stat. I do find some concerns on the defensive end of what the...
I don't think you can run Ja and Cam out there.
You finish the sentence for me.
I'm not sure if you can do that.
So maybe it's not just concerns. Maybe it is alarm bells reach critical levels. Tempo has reached critical levels, and I am not sure they can play together from a defensive side. Unless you're just unless Cam is making 3 after 3 and Ja is running the offense to perfection, and you just barred the other team with points.
And you've got somebody down there who can rebound.
Sure.
Right. So even if they are
so if
playing,
back.
if they're playing really good defense for what those two are, if they're capable of contesting and forcing a miss, somebody's got to be down there to rebound. If you're down 3 centers, right? You're down, like you said, you're down Jock, you're down Edey. Those are very clearly centers. And then Brandon Clark is also a center. You're down your 3 best center options. I get throwing that lineup out there with size discrepancies like like Cam and Ja. Like, that's just not going to work from a rebounding standpoint. And to your point, they allow 20-plus points off of second chance opportunities. Right now, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to run those two.
And then you start thinking the long term. And what about when Ty Jerome comes back? Again, a problem I will ask when I see it.
You can't take it in a vacuum. And the way we do things from a sports talk standpoint is we always, it's vacuuming 1, but 2, we always assume health is not going to be an issue. And unfortunately, you kind of can't do that with this franchise.
Especially
right
not this
now.
team.
But assuming health isn't an issue, you'll say, well, Edey's back there. And then you also have Jock, so they'll be able to do some things rebounding wise. And from a lane penetration standpoint, if you've got Edey back there as well as Jaren, like that's enough to just deter you. How many times have you seen somebody beat the primary defender, the point attack defender, get downhill, look up and see Edey standing near the paint? It's like, nope, let's just swing this ball around, right?
And
so
how
if
many
you've
times
got
have
that,
you seen death by corner 3?
well, then that's a different problem for a different day.
That's a different problem.
We're talking about
a team that lost 2 games to the Wizards in 8 days. That's a different problem.
Running small guards out there
problem.
with no centers, right? Like, I don't think you can do that.
We got to take a quick break. I'll come back. I'll give you one more reason why it's not the end of the world that the Grizzlies lost 2 games to the Wizards in 8 days, even though it can feel that way. We'll talk about that. We'll get into NBA on Christmas Day. What we remember from 5 days ago.
I don't remember much.
I remember 3 things.
Okay.
I will remember those 3 things for a minute. We'll get into all the football happenings as well. I can't wait to talk about the Pop-Tart Bowl. I had the time of my life watching the Pop-Tart Bowl. We've got all of that and more when we come back.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
The world needs B2K.
B2K's breakup was a huge shock to their fans.
Boys for Life Tour. Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all new tour.
Jeff Dunham. You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike? 2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night. Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Welcome back. The good news is you don't play the Wizards again. As CJ said, the good news is you don't play the Wizards again.
But it's a real specific situation. You don't play the Wizards again 1 game away from being 500. Because I think if you're playing the Wizards and you're 3 games away from being 500, the Grizzlies win. I think the Grizzlies win that one. It's something about playing them
on the cusp of being 500.
That's the issue. So
I do think a component of this is, and I could regret saying this, there seems to be a level of competency with the NBA's bottom teams this year that exceeds the last few seasons. Like, this Wizards team feels close. The Jazz team that the Grizzlies lost to feels close. That same Jazz team beat the Spurs. Like, the Spurs, who beat the Oklahoma City Thunder 3 times in a week and a half, lost to the Jazz.
Recently, I think last night, actually, we saw the Clippers knock off the Pistons.
Kawhi had a hell of a game. The Trailblazers beat the Celtics on Saturday. The Nets beat the Timberwolves. The Kings have beaten the Nuggets, the Rockets, the Wolves themselves. I mean, I'm looking through recent upsets in the NBA, and there have been a lot. And in watching this Grizzlies team specifically lose to the Jazz and the Wizards, because I do think that amplifies the 2 losses to the Wizards in 8 days, as you also had 1 loss to the Jazz. Luckily, you did not lose to the Jazz twice in 8 days too, or else that would be like apoplectic feelings coming into the end of 2025. But I just think these perennially bad teams have finally hit enough talent in the lottery, or maybe the right collection of talent, where they're putting things together. Like, I enjoy watching that Wizards team play, outside of them beating the Grizzlies. But between Keyshawn George, who doesn't play last night for Washington, but Alex Sarr has really impressed me. Bilal Coulibaly, that Trey Johnson, their rookie from this year, is good. Bub Carrington, like, they have a good collection of guys who, I think those guys are all under 22. And the Jazz with Keontae George has been like a revelation for them. And you add in Ace Bailey, and Filipowski's been solid. They got Taylor Hicks back, or not Hicks, that's the American Idol guy. Taylor Hendricks back, who has thought about Taylor
When was
Hicks
the last
ever?
time anybody thought about that person?
I talked about him yesterday, and so now we were just talking about American Idol. We were talking about Kelly Clarkson, to be completely honest, and just actual success stories from American Idol. And when you used to have kind of like a sprinkle. It started with Carrie Underwood and Sunday Night Football, and then went into Kelly Clarkson, and then we were talking about Fantasia and Ruben Studdard and Jennifer Hudson, and just how there used to be at least American Idol delivered one singer a season that had some staying power.
Yeah.
And then there was a sharp cutoff, and I think the sharp cutoff was Taylor Hicks. So there's your Taylor Hicks double sum. Anyway, the Jazz have a good piece, not Taylor Hicks. Yeah, Taylor Hicks was way younger than people thought. He just had that silvery hair. That was always the bit. Like, people thought Taylor Hicks was in his 40s, and I think he was in his late 20s. He just grayed early. Is he still with us? What if he died tragically? And I'm just out here definitively saying that Taylor Hicks is still alive. What's he up to? Is he still making music?
I'm trying to figure that out.
He's 49 now.
Okay.
Anyway.
He had Taylor Hicks in 2006 and The Distance in 2009. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say, no, he's not still making music.
I don't know if I've ever heard a Taylor Hicks song. Now I can't even remember which season he was on. Anyway, all that said, the bad teams in the NBA are beating good teams regularly, or at least enough that I have taken notice. And the Grizzlies, I won't call them a good team right now because they can't get to 500, and I cannot call a team that refuses to get just to 500, not even above 500. We're just trying to get back to 500. But at the end of the day, the Grizzlies have played 32 games, and they are not even halfway done with the season. And you are seeing continued growth and chemistry reps and figuring things out, and we should get injury updates in the first half of January as the calendar year turns, be it Ty Jerome, Zach Edey, and what those players coming back into the equation could look like for the Grizzlies.
Absolutely. Hicks has
Tell me more.
Porch Swing is Porch Swing, his most recent song that got released in February of 2023. In 2023, he also made his Grand Ole Opry debut
good for him.
On June 16th. He does the Call Paul song, the Paul Feinbaum theme song, I do believe.
Oh, no way.
He does that. He performed in the 2012 Republican National Convention in Florida, so great for him. Yeah, and then he made it to a Super Smash Brothers.
I thought you were going to say a Super Bowl.
No. Super Smash
of course,
Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers Melee. Much more
he
up
was,
the alley.
He was a gamer in that one. Yes.
I'm on the Taylor Hicks merchandise shop, and you can buy a Taylor Hicks tie-dye hat with a harmonica on it for $30. The more, you know.
Shout out Taylor
All
Hicks.
right, before we get to the football happenings, of which there were many over the course of the long holiday weekend, we did have the NBA on Christmas Day, which from who won Christmas Day? The NFL versus the NBA, because thanks to the NFL's incessant greed and refusal to leave any day unturned from taking over.
It was on Thursday.
So?
That's the NFL's day.
They can have one game.
Only one game. Just one
the
Thursday night
NBA
football
is supposed
game.
to be the owners of Christmas. Just like the Hawaii Bowl owns Christmas Eve, the NBA owns Christmas Day, and the NFL should leave them the hell alone. But instead, the NFL comes through with their 3 games on Christmas and delivered, just because I'm thinking about it right now, and we just talked about music and Taylor Hicks, that Snoop Dogg, Andrea Bocelli, Lainey Wilson, who else was involved? The K-pop Demon Hunters, Huntrix group, all of them singing White Christmas at the like a fever dream in the middle of my Christmas day. There was a ballet to, was the ballet to Gin and Juice? What Snoop song? They did like a little Nutcracker moment.
Oh, yeah, with the Kappa dudes who weren't Kappas. Forgive me, if you send me a bunch of dudes dressed in red and cream with candy canes, I'm just going to assume they're Kappas. I'm not going to think that there's anything Christmassy about it. But yeah, I think it was either Gin and Juice or what's the one with Dr. Dre? The 1, 2, 3,
that was, yes,
4.
that's what it was.
I think it was that one. Snoop Doggy Dogg. Why am I blanking on the name?
I know,
of that?
and my brain
Nothing
is
but a G
broken,
thing.
hanging off my G thing.
There we go.
And I remember when it was, I was like, oh, this is a nice instrumental Nothing But a G thing on Christmas. Anyway, what a life. Kelly Clarkson did the pregame show on Netflix. I do think Netflix, from a football broadcasting standpoint, has a way to go because the difference between watching those games on Netflix versus the game on Amazon Prime, which has gotten really solid at producing NFL games, did feel different, but they got the entertainment stuff on lock. I found myself asking, where's the halftime show on Amazon Prime?
Also, like, none of the games were good. None of the games were good.
So
and none of the
I
games,
enjoyed
none of the games mattered.
wild, dumb halftime show.
Unlike NBA on Christmas,
Which
where
were
those
bangers.
games were good and those
From the
games
beginning
mattered.
to the
Incredible
end.
stuff.
So the things I will remember from NBA on Christmas, which is a testament to how good they were, because usually Christmas happens and my brain is mind erased. It's Men in Black, zapped, I don't remember anything. The Spurs getting that win over the Thunder. Watched almost that entire game. And you're thinking, are the Spurs really going to beat the Thunder 3 times in 12 days? Not only beat them, but handle them pretty emphatically. Like, the Thunder go from being this unbeatable world beater chasing the Warriors' record of wins in a season to, are the Thunder definitively the best team in the NBA this season? And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said it simply, like, you do not lose to a team 3 times in a row without them being better than you. And if that is the case from the transitive property, then the Spurs are the best team in the NBA. Or you can very much make a case for the Spurs being the best team in the NBA. And then what happened to the best team in the NBA? They got Keontae George and they lost to the Utah Jazz. So that is how these things happen. That game was fun. The best game, though, was the Nuggets-Timberwolves game. So if you made it to the end, if you stayed up, you were rewarded with the overtime thriller of the Timberwolves coming back. I think they were down 15 with like 6 minutes left. And they go on a run. Anthony Edwards hits the big 3 to send it to overtime. And then you blinked in overtime, and Jokic had 18 of his 56 points in overtime. Like, it was, we have run out of words for Nikola Jokic. He is making up stat lines at this point. 56 points, 16 rebounds, 15 assists. We've never seen that before in the NBA. It's happening on Christmas. We are not worthy. And the Timberwolves end up losing, and the Nuggets win the game. And Anthony Edwards gets ejected. And so I'll remember 2 things from that game. One is, you're so welcome. One is Jokic going off for 56, 16, and 15 in a real-life basketball game. And the other is Anthony Edwards calling all of the refs hoes as he walked off the
individually
court
pointing at him. Ho, ho, ho.
He is Santa Claus.
Come on, man. That's good stuff.
It was cinema. I was like,
forgot
Anthony Edwards
that
is one of the
happened.
funniest athletes that we have had in a minute, and he always delivers. And then, did you see the Sprite ad where Sprite comes out with a commercial that was so perfect for that day because it was him writing on a chalkboard, "I will not get teed up," over and over and over again. And he gets teed up and gets ejected from the game.
I saw way too many Sprite commercials.
But that one was funny.
I can do with a whole lot less Anthony Edwards Sprite commercials. I'm all right. Santa Claus, get that out of here.
I had to watch hundreds of commercials over the last 7 days. That's the only one I could tell you. No, I'm sorry. That one that everyone was going crazy over that I hate.
Which one?
The Chevy commercial. Everyone's losing their mind over that Chevy commercial. The one with the parents who are like older and getting in their car because nothing says, God, you want to know what makes me want to start a family? A car commercial. But people are like, yes, family is back. And they're like going through the memories in the car with their kids, and then they're going to their older kids. It was like a 4-minute commercial for one. It came out on social. I never saw it on the TV.
Oh, that's why.
But it was all over social media, and people were sharing it like crazy. And I was like, this got to be the best commercial I've ever seen. And then I watched it.
No cute animals, no
cute animals.
No mascots.
I don't think it was
anything?
AI, so that's good.
Okay.
I just thought they were kind of
there's that.
annoying.
Gotcha.
Sorry. People are going to be.
I'm glad I didn't
upset
see it.
about
That'll be all right. Clip it.
All right. We got to get
Did you do all three of your things?
Yeah, it was two from.
Okay.
It was Spurs beat the Thunder.
Yeah.
It was Jokic scores 56. And it was Anthony Edwards calling all the refs hoes on his way off on Christmas. On Christmas. It was good. And then the Timberwolves lost to the Nets the next day. Is that who they lost to? They got booed by their fans. And then Anthony Edwards was like, hell, I would have booed us too. We had no energy. I do think a part of it, again, to go back to how I started the show, nothing is real the week between Christmas and New Year's. So you cannot blame anyone for any failures that happened this week. We're all just trying our best out here. So I'm coming all the way back around. The Grizzlies, again, that win doesn't exist. It happened in the week between Christmas and New Year's. What are you supposed to do? It's just amazing that we're all showing up to work and getting through the end of 2025.
It was to the Nets.
That's what I thought. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Busy football week. I watched more bowl action than I thought that I would. It wasn't much, but I watched 2 games, and NFL Week 17 was awesome. Ended with an absolute banger last night between the Niners and the Bears. We will do our Dirty Dozen, 12 plays to define the football weekend that was, after a quick break.
It's gonna be food.
Support your Grizzlies by voting for them to the 2026 All-Star Game.
Oh, eating with the big squat. On the deck, floats it up, off the glass and in. Cedric Power. Yes, sir.
Vote now by going to grizzlies.com/all-star.
The only thing better than Saturday Night Hoops is when it comes with an exclusive Grizz hoodie. Every Saturday this season, $60 gets you a Grizzlies ticket and a limited edition Grizzlies hoodie. 4 different hoodie designs dropping across 4 Saturday games. Not sold anywhere else. Don't miss your shot to collect all 4 designs. Grab your tickets and gear up now at grizzlies.com/Saturday.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Own the 2025-26 Grizzlies season with the 10-game Flex Pack, the ultimate way to catch all the action on your terms. Choose your favorite matchups from intense rivalries to weekend thrillers and customize your pack to fit your schedule. With 10 games to pick, you'll never miss the moments that matter most. Visit grizzlies.com/packs today to build your perfect ticket pack and cheer on the Grizzlies your way. It's your team, your season, and your schedule. So don't miss out.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Fans will want to get here early tomorrow, December 30th, when the Grizzlies take on the Sixers. The first 3,000 will score a Ja and Jaren superhero lunchbox. Don't miss out on this one-of-a-kind giveaway. Purchase your tickets. Visit grizzlies.com/tickets today. I gotta say, this might be my favorite giveaway of the season. It's a pretty cool lunchbox. The Call 12 on one side, the Black Panther on the other. It's very throwback nostalgia. Did you have a go-to lunchbox when you were a kid?
Hell yeah, I did. It was the dinosaurs.
Of course you did.
From the ABC sitcom where the dinosaurs, yes, what a fever dream of a show.
Yes.
With the baby who used to hit the dad upside the head with the frying pan and scream, not the mama. I'm the baby, gotta love me. I'm the baby, gotta love me. Big and I'm fat and I'm cute and cuddly. I'm the baby and you gotta love me.
Thank you.
So I had that lunchbox. And so it had the stickers on the front that to show us the dinosaurs, but nothing was on the back. And every time I got a sticker, much like your laptop, I stuck stickers on there to the point to where it flowed over on top of the dinosaur part of the lunchbox.
That's
man.
beautiful.
Good stuff.
Mine was glittery.
Any characters on it? Was it
like
just
a Lisa
glitter?
Frank.
Oh, okay.
Glitter fueled.
Okay.
Fever
You
dream.
watched that documentary?
No.
The Lisa Frank one?
No.
Okay. You should watch it.
Should I?
It's on the Prime. It was big deal for a while
Was
there,
it?
for like a week. Yeah.
I love when documentaries are a big deal for a week.
But that's
the world we live in.
like the Diddy documentary was a big deal
I
for
still
like a
haven't
week.
watched the Diddy documentary.
What are you doing with your life?
That's a really great question.
Consuming football?
Yes, there's so much football, but don't worry. We're cutting to the, I mean, I worry because I'm like, what do I do with my life when football ends? But I also realize how much time I spend watching the sport of football from August to December, and it is absurd.
Not just watching football. It's the adjacency of consumption of football is the issue.
Yes.
Football is Saturday, Sunday, Monday one game, Thursday one game. But you're listening to podcasts about fantasy. You're listening to podcasts about just random divisions in the NFL. You're listening to podcasts about just random conferences
like
in
Friday,
college
I'm
football.
trying to do deep dive because Harold Fannin hurt his groin at practice, and is George Kittle going to play? And those are my two tight end options.
Oh, the way you thirst for that IR news, man.
If he's not going to play, just put him on the IR. If he's not going to play, God.
So much football consumption.
Yeah, your life as a sports fan is just a lot of, it's very similar to entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
It is, it's an entertainment product, that's what it is. But I think for those of us who are sports fans and movies, TV, music.
Kardashian, shout out Megan.
Sure, Bravo, shout out my friends. Like, it's just a lot spinning, and it's a lot of characters to keep track of. I had one of those moments this morning where I made a comment to my friends that I thought was just you'll love this. There was some lady had a moment at the Peabody that's going crazy viral on TikTok this morning. She had a few too many drinks and proceeded to keep screaming like, I am not intoxicated. And then she was like on the ground screaming her head off. Anyway, if you haven't seen the video, go find it. It's joy. It's long. There's multi-parts. But at the end of one of the parts, it's at the bar, and this guy walks up, and it's Chris Middleton. It's just Chris Middleton, who obviously was here for the Grizzlies-Bucks game on Friday, just walking in the bar, like dapping up some guy, trying to have a conversation while Peabody Security is trying to get this woman to, at some point they were like, call your husband. She was like, call my husband? You want me to call my, and it's just Chris Middleton. And so my friends are like, wow, Chris Middleton with a front row seat. And they go, who's Chris Middleton? And I go, gold medalist, NBA champion, Chris Middleton. And then they said, I wish it was Kate. And for a second I was like, what? And I was like, oh, Kate Middleton. Their brain goes to Kate Middleton, and I go to Chris Middleton, and this is where it all connects. Anyway, long live the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Let's get into the football happenings that were. Long live the Pop-Tarts Bowl, the People's Championship. I do think we can fairly and accurately call the Pop-Tarts Bowl the People's Championship. College football is truly at its best when everybody is fully in on the bit, on the sheer ridiculousness of something like ceremonially sacrificing Pop-Tarts. And that is what we get with the Pop-Tarts Bowl. And what made this even funnier for me as I was consuming it on Saturday, the game itself was awesome. Like Georgia Tech, BYU, great game. Haynes King, one of the gamers of college football with a chance to win the game, and he throws a pick in the end zone. BYU wins, caps off an excellent game. And instead of me thinking, man, that was a great game I just watched, I said, all right, time for the main event. I have to watch the Pop-Tarts get sacrificed. Like Chris was trying to get us to turn the main screen to Texans Chargers. And I said, no. The Pop-Tarts Bowl is just beginning. Please, this is the important part. And then we suffered through the excruciatingly long post-game situation where they were having technical difficulties with the toaster trophy. I hate when the toaster trophy doesn't work. The BYU coach is housing Pop-Tarts in a way that truly impressive stuff. Just
give that. I know he just I know he just signed a pretty
new
big
contract
extension. Give him another one. Did you see the way he murked that Pop-Tart?
And then we get to the sacrifice, and one of the Pop-Tarts bails. And I'm watching this live, and I go, the Pop-Tart is leaving. The Pop-Tart is on the run. The Pop-Tart is escaping. And the Pop-Tart just bolts, and the other two Pop-Tarts go through with their toasting ceremony, and they have their little signs, and watching the Pop-Tarts with their little Pop-Tart hands trying to grab their big signs was hysterical. Watching the Pop-Tart run away was hysterical. It did send me into a bit of an existential crisis because they've tried to tell us that like the dreams of the Pop-Tarts are to be toasted and eaten. So if that is the ultimate dream, why is one running away? Are we being, is it Pop-Tart propaganda?
Slammin' Strawberry is the one who ran away. And that Pop-Tart looked different from all the other ones because Slammin' Strawberry is jacked. And so this might be, I saw that moment and immediately my brain went to The Giver where bow, just gone and runs away.
It's so funny.
And that the giver holds all of the knowledge. So all the other people are sheep. They're going about,
right.
And in this case, all the other Pop-Tarts are sheep, and they're going about their lives the way that they go about them. But maybe that one is sentient and aware in a way that the other ones aren't. And we could be if we don't get Slammin' Strawberry. If we don't get that one under control, my fear is there'll be a Pop-Tart uprising. And that they will be looking at us to be toasted next. So we got to find Slammin' Strawberry.
I really like the theory that they added the Slammin' Strawberry runs away storyline to represent Notre Dame, who was too scared of the fun of the Pop-Tart Bowl. So just like Notre Dame ran from playing in the Pop-Tart Bowl, Slammin' Strawberry also avoided a very fun destiny of getting to go wee through the toaster and then be eaten by the BYU players and coaches.
That could work if Slammin' Strawberry shows up to Notre Dame football games next
year. And then, again,
that would be
back
incredible.
To my
That would
point,
be incredible.
College football is at its best when you have a bit that everybody is in on and fully commits to, even if you have to be reluctant with it, because Notre Dame, how dare Notre Dame think they're too good for the Pop-Tarts Bowl, for the People's Championship. But I love it because it gave us a great game, and it gives us another reason to hate on Notre Dame, which is a very fun thing for me as a USC Trojan.
And me as a fan of Michigan.
And just everybody who loves to hate Notre Dame.
Because Notre Dame thinks they're better than everybody else.
Play like a champion today? Okay, except not the day of the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Like, come on,
what
man.
Are you doing?
Hoity-toity-ass university. So everybody else will be in on it. Everybody else will be having fun with it. And that's the best joke, where you have one super serious person who refuses to be a part of it. Then we can all just bully that the way it's supposed to be.
Like Slammin' Strawberry shows up on the Notre Dame sideline with one of those little signs that says, "Join a conference, you cowards."
Or let me into your school, you cowards.
Let me into your school, you cowards.
Because we're both running away from greatness.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was good stuff. As the great Steven Sondheim once said, you got to get a gimmick if you want to get ahead. And right now, the only way bowls continue to thrive is if they have a gimmick. And the Pop-Tarts Bowl, I don't know how they did it. just relentless marketing and everybody having fun. And I mean, they also take it very seriously. Like the confetti in the end zones, the confetti on the helmets, the trombones in the bands have the Pop-Tarts on them. I saw the media room had Pop-Tart ice cream sandwich bars that you could make. And I was like, CJ would crush a Pop-Tarts ice cream Sammy in the middle of a game.
I would. It's a good bowl.
I'm sad the Pop-Tarts Bowl is over. Also, it features two teams that matter.
That
like if you turn it into the two teams that miss out on the playoff for as long as, well, really, no matter what, if it's a 12-team playoff, it expands to 16. If you take the first two teams who didn't make the playoff and put them in the Pop-Tarts Bowl and have them take it seriously and play to win, it's a fun game.
But is there a desire for that to be the case? It kind of worked out this year for them. But if I'm running a bowl, let's say I'm running, I don't know, the Pinstripe Bowl is fresh on my mind. If I'm running that bowl, why would I want the Pop-Tart Bowl to get first crack at the next two teams out of the playoffs, right? So it's great. It worked this year, and it's worked in years past.
Okay, a rotating People's Championship.
It was two good teams, and both teams played like they cared. So if you get that in any of the bowl games, it's going to be good and it's going to be fun.
Okay, what was your first?
I brought a Pinstripe Bowl. I'm not sure if it was the first, but we had preseason number 2 versus preseason number 4. We had
in the
Pinstripe Bowl action. If I had told you this, remember this game when we start doing preseason stuff in college football and why none of us should be too excited or too down about any of these types of things.
Truth.
Penn State ends up putting the game away here on this touchdown pass. It's the first time since 2010 that Clemson is not going to have an 8-win season. What's Penn State's coach's name? Why am I blanking on it?
I was literally just looking up because he cried.
He cried.
And it was very sweet.
Terry
Smith.
Shades of Sharon Moore, because Sharon cried after a big win. It was like, okay, all right, this guy. Anyways, but he has as many wins as an underdog this year, one, as James Franklin's Penn State teams had as an underdog the last 5 seasons. One. He is 1-3 as an underdog. James Franklin was 1-11. Just remember that. Preseason number 2 versus preseason number 4, Penn State versus Clemson, Pinstripe Bowl. If I told you, hey, Penn State and Clemson are going to meet in the postseason, you say,
they're going to be in the Fiesta Bowl, semifinals. Let's go.
Something like that. Good. They're in the Pinstripe Bowl. Come on, man.
I appreciated the coach's
and they
post-game where he was crying because he has spent his whole life in Pennsylvania. Like he played at Penn State. He's from there. He coached in the high school ranks. He's coached at colleges across Pennsylvania. And then he's the interim coach. And it just showed that he cared. Like even I have been sucked into what are we even doing this for when it comes to the non-playoff bowls? And for now, as long as they exist, it was nice to see teams, because it wasn't just Penn State and Terry Smith, but multiple teams where it mattered. Like, not to go back to the Pop-Tarts Bowl, but I can't get away from it. It was not lost on me that all the Pop-Tarts festivities were happening, and somewhere Haynes King and his coach were crying. Like, why can't I think of the Georgia Tech's coach name off the top of my head? But the look on his face when Haynes King threw that pick, like, he was devastated. Like, they cared about that game, just like Penn State cared to beat Clemson. Just like my favorite game that I watched outside of the Pop-Tarts Bowl was the Hawaii Bowl on Christmas Eve. And if you weren't watching the Hawaii Bowl on Christmas Eve, what were you doing? Because it was an amazing game, and it is Christmas Eve. Like, you could watch a Christmas movie, or you could watch the Hawaii Bowl. Which one are you going to pick? They had to have their backup quarterback. They have a true freshman quarterback play that whole game, who outplays, or at least plays with, JKS, Jaren Kiave Sagapuatele, the great Cal freshman quarterback who's coming back to Cal next year and had a great Hawaii Bowl. The Hawaii true freshman quarterback's playing well. He gets hurt, gets knocked out of the game, and their backup comes in and throws a game-winning 21-yard touchdown with 10 seconds left. And it mattered for them because it's in Hawaii and it's in front of the home fans. And it was just an awesome moment to cap off my Christmas Eve. I planned to watch a little bit of this game. We ended up watching the whole fourth quarter because it was so fun. Like, that is what it's all about. And Hawaii beats Cal.
I mean, we're going to do 6 college football games, but bowl season was littered with games that mattered. For us who think only the playoffs matter, and for you who think only the playoff games matter, would show you quite the contrary. I didn't send it in, but East Carolina and Pitt, like that game mattered to both of them. to both of them. East Carolina ended up getting the win. I think it's they've got 3 straight. They got a streak going to 3 straight bowl wins or something like that. But like these games, as long as they continue to matter to the programs, and every now and then you'll get a Florida State in there who's like, yo, I don't want to be here. But as long as it matters to most of the programs and the bowls continue to be good, competitive, people are trying and caring, keep them going, man. I love it.
I felt like I was being visited by like the ghosts of bowls past to remind me my love for bowls. I really was. Like in your absence, CJ, I got to this point where I just didn't care.
Never get there.
I wasn't all in on the bowl season. And then I'm watching Hawaii and Cal fight at the end of a Hawaii Bowl, and I'm transported back to my childhood where I watched a great brawl at the 2003 Hawaii Bowl between Hawaii and Houston. Oh my God, it was great. They had to suspend. They just ended up I was talking to my dad about it, and I'll probably get the story wrong, but it was like the years before you had instant replay and instant abilities to go back and just like watch who was responsible for the fight. And so him and the Conference USA commissioner at the time got together like a month later and put the tape up and said, we just got to pick 5 players from each team to suspend for the first game of next season. Like, let's just go. And there were so many guys fighting, but it brought me back to the good times. There was a Hawaii Notre Dame fight one time that was awesome. The Hawaii Bowl brings out the best of the fights. You know, too hot on Christmas. Again, that's what it'll do to you. But it was fun to watch. Did you have another bowl, or can we get to your higher?
I had a couple of. Okay. I think we had a couple of bowls. The Snoop D-O Double G Bowl.
Oh, that was funny.
Snoop Dogg has a bowl game. Don't know how I missed this. Has a bowl game.
And the Netflix He had a very busy Christmas.
He's just out there where Arizona.
Yes, it was Arizona.
Arizona, sponsored by Snoop Dogg or something like that. I don't know the name of this damn bowl. I just look up, and Snoop Dogg is fielding a kickoff for some reason. Live in game. Ball gets kicked off. Snoop Dogg is mid-interview. He is interviewing. He looks up. And it's like, oh, I need to go out there and catch it. And look, he just catches, he fields it. Shoe comes off. He's rolling around on the ground. Somebody get Uncle Snoop. Somebody tell their great Uncle Snoop to get off the field. Man, you can't be doing that. What are we doing here? Come on, man.
What day was this? Was this yesterday?
Jessica, come on.
Well, I'm trying to remember where
I don't know when the Arizona Bowl was.
Was it before or after his performance?
I think it was
on Christmas. I think it was after. I think it was after.
Yeah.
Again, if I was that rich, there would be a day. Don't you want a break at some point?
I mean, what else is he doing, though?
I guess.
Hey, you want to come to this bowl game? Sure, I'll come. Hey, can we throw your name on it?
Sure. Here's money.
Hey, catch this football. Do silly
a quick
stuff.
Interview. You're out by the end of the first quarter. Get on your private plane, go home. All right, fine.
Let's go.
Fair. You do have a new football coach at the University of Michigan. A new Michigan man, and Kyle Whittingham, former Utah head coach. Before he stepped down at Utah, he was the second longest tenured coach in college football behind Kirk Ferentz at Iowa. 21 seasons at Utah. Felt like one of those relationships that had just reached its end. He technically stepped down, but there's a lot of internal chatter that he was forced out. And there were some people at Utah who were very upset that he was forced out. But he said, in his words, he didn't want to be the coach who stayed too long at one place or the wrong place. And he never retired. Like, there were people, when he left Utah, a lot of people assumed, oh, he's retiring. And he made it very clear, I'm not retiring. If the right job comes up, and for him, the right job is Michigan. As a Michigan fan, are you happy with this hire?
I thought this was going to be, like, if we make people tell us no, and they all tell us no, I thought this was going to be the hire immediately. You have these coaches in waiting, and Utah has that. You can't call it that because rules and whatnot, but Utah knows, hey, we don't want to lose the coach in waiting because you're sticking around for another 5-6 seasons. So there was a sort of a nudge, and I felt like outside looking in, when the Michigan job came open, it was like, okay, now's my time. Now I still got another solid decade of coaching because he's a coach. He probably thinks he can coach till he's 80. I've got another 15, 20 years of coaching. This is a good opportunity. Let me leave here and make it clear, hey, I'm available. You guys can get me. And I think it's a tremendous hire. Yeah. I think that you look at the resume of Whittingham and you look at what the success he's had at Utah, and you consider the fact that Utah had success under him in 3 different conferences. So he was in a non-power conference. Utah moves up to a power conference. He has success there in the Pac-12. They move conferences again, and he has success in the Big 12. Sustained success is what the name of the game is, and he's done that in 3 different conferences for the same program. He runs the football. He's a tater-toter. He plays defense. I love it. He's going to have those Michigan resources. It's going to be great. He is an upgrade. A major upgrade to what Coach Moore was in his time at Michigan. Sharon Moore, we don't have to kid ourselves. He wouldn't have been the coach if he wasn't in-house at Michigan, right? He got that job because he was in-house, and he did a great job knocking off Penn State, where they just ran the ball down the Nittany Lions' throat. I love that. Did a great job beating Ohio State as the interim coach that season as well. So he does that. And then, listen, this is a person's life, not him. I don't care about him. Whatever. His family, the woman involved as well. If I was a different person, I would send her flowers and a thank you card. Like, hey, I know it's hard. I know life is bad. I know you're probably getting all types of heinous things sent your way, but I just want you to know, thank you. You took one for the team, dog. Like, this is great. This is incredible. Sometimes the bad guys win, people. I don't know what to tell you. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. We're back, baby. Woo!
I wasn't expecting that in my ear, but thank you.
You're welcome.
And he says he hates Ohio State now. So he already figured out how to win the press conference.
Let's go.
He also said Urban Meyer's a 4-letter. He's like, I don't know if this is a 4-letter word, but I have talked some with Urban Meyer. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, stop talking to him immediately.
That time is done.
You're done. Y'all are no longer cool, dog. It's time to go out there and beat the hell out of Ohio State, baby. Let's get it.
All right, we got to take one more break. We'll come back. We'll do the NFL side of things. Niners-Bears was awesome last night. Kept me up way too late. Had all sorts of big outcomes that impacted the playoffs. Sets up some exciting, or at least one very exciting matchup on Week 18. More. What's your last one?
The Army coach running for his life.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. We could just go to the break. But, like, Army coach running for his life away from the Gatorade shower as his players slowly corner him. This is good stuff. Look at my man keep it contained. Look at him. Wrap up, hold him up. Pow. That's just good fundamental Gatorade pouring right there, man.
I actually think it was a Powerade. Get it correct.
Oh, excuse me.
It was a Powerade bath in that one. I want to, give the government name correct on that bath. Saw some really good baths. There was the Bad Boy Mowers grass bath. I thought was excellent. I get back to the bits. Excellent use of your free will of the Bad Boy Mowers bowl.
We're not going to get to it, but one of these coaches was just throwing racks of ribs at players.
Yes, as you should. What else? What was that sponsor for that bowl?
I can't remember. I just sit down and watch these games.
I know, but they were throwing ribs, and I felt like it was an appropriate.
It wasn't Rely Quest, was it? Texas Bowl.
The Texas Bowl, because you're in Texas.
You're in Texas.
And they had all the barbecues. Are you just throwing ribs? Why not?
Ribs. Oh, my goodness. Incredible
stuff.
Look
like mini Pop-Tart. Look, I went back to the Pop-Tarts bowl. Anyway.
And they've got a cool little mascot. They got barbecue sauce as the mascot back there.
I liked the Will and Trust Bowl with the casket. They're trying. Their stuff wasn't catching on social media, and I kept throwing it like obligatory likes because I appreciated their commitment. But people just weren't ready to joke about dying this time of year.
What type of likes?
Obligatory.
Obligatory?
It's a tomato situation.
I don't think it is.
Yes, it is.
I have been alive for almost 40 years and have never heard obligatory.
I said obligatory.
Never heard that either.
Obligatory. Obligatory. In my head I was saying obligatory, and then I was like, that's wrong. I'm going to say obligatory because I thought I was saying it wrong my whole life, and now we're just going to take a break. An obligatory break.
There we go.
And we'll come back and talk about the obligatory NFL. That was awesome as well. We'll be right back.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Memphis. Monday Night Raw returns with non-stop action, unmatched energy, and the superstars you love.
We don't get mad, we get even. We don't go home till we beat them. This is our time, we ain't leaving. We need to turn undefeated.
Witness the moments you'll never forget. Monday Night Raw, Memphis. Monday, February 16th. Tickets and ringsider packages on sale next Friday.
The Grizzlies are proud to team up with Prime Global Group, a company on a mission to redefine real estate investment. By leveraging deep experience, strategic insight, and robust resources, Prime Global Group is shaping a smarter, socially responsible future. Whether you're an investor or simply curious, now's the time to explore innovative strategies that align with your values. Join the movement and discover how you can be a part of this exciting evolution. Visit primeglobalgroup.net to learn more and connect with the team today. That's primeglobalgroup.net.
Welcome back, welcome back. Obligatory. Is it a long O? Obligatory?
Yeah, I think it's a. I don't know. I just when people start talking about words in that way and phonics in that way, I don't know the difference in a long O and a short O and a long A or a short A.
That's also because the Americanization of the English language is dumb.
Only thing I know is the hard R. That's all I've got for you.
Hook it on Pahonix. There was some comedic bit back in the day that played on some cassette tape that my friend's mom would always play in the car. And it was on just the stupidity of our language, where words if you read hooked on phonics, but if you sounded it out, it should say hook it on Pahonix. Oh. But it doesn't, because it's hooked on phonics, because we have the PH and we have the hooked and we have, yes, exactly. Back to that. The NFL was not stupid this week.
I think it was very stupid.
Some of it was really stupid. As I was watching Giants Raiders for all of the first pick in the 2026 NFL draft marbles, it felt quite stupid. It was very funny to be watching Bills, Eagles, and Raiders, Giants, and those were the only 2 games in the afternoon slate on Sunday, because you had the 3 on Christmas Day and you had the games on Saturday, and so then you were left with those 2, and it was it wasn't the best because the Eagles did nothing offensively in the second half of that game and the Bills still lost. The Sunday night cap with Sunday Night Football was an awesome game. I had planned to go to bed early, have a good night's sleep going into this week that doesn't actually exist between Christmas and the New Year, and instead I stayed up to watch the Niners beat the Bears 42-38. Second time in NFL history that a game has been tied 7-7, 14-14, 21-21, 28-28, and 35-35. And this move by Brock Purdy.
Look at Purdy go!
He hit such an aggressive Dougie after that. It was like a Euro step Dougie. Look at that man. Watch him. Oh, look at him go. Oh. He was feeling himself, as he should have. He was great. Coming out of that game, Caleb Williams had a chance shot at the end zone, drove the Bears down to the 2-yard line with 4 seconds left, but Niners forced an incompletion. Caleb Williams made so many good throws, extended plays with his legs. Like, you're like, this is a Bears quarterback. This is the quarterback the Bears have been waiting for their whole lives. And yet Brock Purdy still outplayed him. And the Niners get the win. And that play in the third quarter from Brock Purdy that we just showed, like, that was the play of the night. Splits those defenders, looks so mobile, so agile. And who does he hit? Juszczyk. I mean, his 3 touchdowns are to Juwan Jennings, Juszczyk, and Jake Tongas, who is in for George Kittle. That offense just hums. And Purdy is the perfect quarterback to run Shanahan's offense. And they have just been rolling. Their defense leaves so much to be desired, and I don't know how that will potentially hinder them from going far in the playoffs, but as long as they have that offense, Christian McCaffrey had 181 total yards last night. The Niners are back in the mix firmly of one of the contenders in the NFC.
Brock Purdy, last 3 games since coming back from the injury, or no, just the last 3 games. 295, 303 yards passing. 3 passing touchdowns, 5 passing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns last night to go along with 2 rushing touchdowns. Brock Purdy is coming off of nearly 300 yards, 5 touchdown performances in back-to-back games, right? Like that's special. There's something brewing there, and they've got a big-time matchup with the Seahawks this week to decide who gets the number 1 overall seed in the NFL playoffs. If I ask you NFC team you trust the most right now, is it not the 49ers? Who is it?
Their defense is just so bad. But yes, it probably is the 49ers. Certainly not the Seahawks.
Why not?
They looked bad yesterday.
Hey, look, I think it's been a while since they scored in the first half.
It's been a long, long time. Their offense finally got going a bit in the second half. And then on the alternative side, the Eagles' offense was completely inept in the second half against the Bills. And they still win. But I think I would take the Niners. The Rams.
Rams are there.
I always come back to the Rams. Probably the Rams and the Niners.
Okay.
I mean, certainly not the either 8-8 Panthers or 7-9 Buccaneers. My God. That game was fun. I would say my other favorite performance of the weekend was the Ravens win over the Packers on Saturday, and the Derrick Henry of it all, who had 4 touchdowns as the Ravens win 41-24. Does not matter if Tyler Huntley is your quarterback, if that is your running back. One of the greatest that we have ever seen. Career high, 36 carries, 216 yards, 4 touchdowns, his 7th 200-yard rushing game, which sets the NFL record he previously shared with Adrian Peterson and OJ. And then he put on that cheese grater hat, which I do love as a new thing in the NFL, that anytime you're beating the Packers, you're just going to wear these cheese grater hats. Chris was telling me that the story of the cheese grater hats was a company was trying to make cheese heads, and they were like not banned, but for whatever reason, it did not work to make the cheese heads. And so they pivoted and made the grater hats instead. And now they have a whole thing going where anytime a team is playing the Packers, you're going to see these cheese grater hats everywhere.
Yeah.
I want to make my millions by dumbing into a cheese grater hat or failing into a cheese grater hat.
Hey, sometimes it happens. Sometimes you can fail upwards. Christopher Columbus. Like sometimes.
Famously.
Sometimes you fail upwards, and it's just all right. It's good.
It does set up just a great game, because then the Browns win yesterday over the Steelers, which I know you sent a play from that
Everything
game.
is in front of you, man. Just beat the Browns. But
you can't.
They don't have any receivers.
Yeah.
Like, they struggled to pass the ball with DK out there. With DK and, why am I blanking on the Tiger?
Calvin.
That's, I think, like 1,200 yards receiving right there. That's something like 85, 90 catches.
Some people thought that I was listening to a Steelers reporter last week who described the Steelers offense like a Jenga tower, and perhaps removing DK Metcalf would be the thing that completely.
That's a catch that happens with DK.
Yeah.
DK makes that catch. They got down close a couple of times, and it's just like, all right, somebody break this thing open, and they have no game breakers out there. They have nothing out there. Aaron Rodgers in the 2-minute still got it. Aaron Rodgers ran 2 really, really good 2-minute drill offensive possessions. One going into the half. I do believe they ended up with a field goal make. If not a make, it was an attempt. I think they got the make, though, to make it 6-10. And then at the end of the game, they got close. Time is running out. You can't be throwing it to MVS, though. You know, you can't be throwing it to Adam Thielen. You got to be able to throw it to
hooked on a Thielen in 2025.
Got to throw it to. That's a terrible thing to be hooked on in 2025. Awful thing to be. One of the worst things you can be hooked on in 2025.
One of the worst.
If you're on Adam Thielen, if you're hooked on a Thielen, yeah, that's not going to work, dog. And now it sets up because the Ravens won, Steelers lost. It sets up first time ever, a winner take all game in that series. Which is going to be incredible. And the Ravens probably won't have Lamar. And even if they have Lamar, it's not like he's been good against the Steelers. So they're going to have to run the football and play smash mouth football. The Steelers are not going to have DK, and we'll see what's going on with the hamstring of Austin. So they're probably going to have to run the football. This is AFC North, hat on a hat, tater-toting ass MFers, man. I can't wait for this game. Y'all can be excited about whatever the hell you want to be excited about. I'm excited about that game right there because I know pads are going to pop. I know taters are going to be toted. Oh, my gosh. Give it to me, man. Winner takes all. We don't have to wait for the playoffs. This is it right here. This is postseason for those two start this week. I can't wait.
So much of Week 18 is a bore. It's just getting rested and ready for the playoffs.
Is it? I think the Week 18 slate is pretty good. You've got
Panthers-Bucks.
Panthers-Bucks.
Matters. Seahawks-Niners matters.
Panthers-Bucks might not matter. If the Falcons win, it'll matter for the time that it's played because they moved that to Saturday.
Yeah.
But if the Falcons win out, if they win tonight and then they win on Sunday,
then it doesn't matter.
But so you got that. You got the number 1 overall seed battle between the 49ers and Seahawks.
Chargers-Broncos matters.
That matters?
Oh, God.
That matters?
Moment of silence for Justin Herbert.
For what?
He can't do everything. Boy, does he try. But he can't do it all.
A couple of those throws, but Digger the kicker has got to make some field goals.
Oh, my God. And that offensive line is just like, go die. Hope you have fun dying today, Justin. He looked so sad on the bench. Anyway, that game matters.
I thought
Browns-Bengals doesn't matter.
I thought the story of that game was more
Texans defense.
Yes.
How freaking good they are and how scary they are.
Such a good coach.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Packers-Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys-Giants, does not matter. Titans-Jags, does not matter.
That matters. That matters.
Yeah, because of the AFC South.
And
right.
I think the Jaguars, can they not still get a 1 seed? Am I making that up? I feel like the 1 seed is up for grabs, and the Jags can grab that. Feel bad for Sauce Gardner. He left a 1-17 and went to a much better team, so we thought they lose a quarterback and they go 1-6 under him. So maybe he's the problem.
They will win the AFC South if they beat the Titans or the Texans fall to the Colts, and they could leap to the number 1 seed with a win and losses from the Broncos and Patriots, which is, of course, a long shot scenario, but could happen. Jets, Bills. I think the Bills will rest Josh Allen. I think that's why they went for 2. Josh Allen has hurt that whole game.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like, let's either get it here or
I don't know if it
moving
was the
on
whole
to
game.
the
It was something happened in that game, and he messes. I can't remember what it was.
Colts, Texans.
Matters
Lions, Bears.
Matters because matters because the Lions
are sad.
it.
Chiefs, Raiders. Doesn't matter. Cardinals, Rams.
Chiefs, Raiders. One of my
plays.
Dozens from the Raiders themselves, the Vegas Raiders. Maxx Crosby is not pleased.
That was crazy. My man, first of all, great home gym setup.
Oh, incredible.
Tremendous home basketball setup. I don't know what
for
it looks like. Exactly.
For a football player?
Looks like there's a pool situation outside of his windows. But Maxx Crosby posts a picture or videos of him playing basketball in his home gym and jumping on the trampoline. Do you know how he has ads in his house? Maybe he's
sponsored by Papa John's.
Get hot like Papa John's. Maybe he just loves Chapel Roan. I don't know.
Maybe.
Could be one of the two things. Do you know, as a adult human being, what kind of point you want to prove if you get on a trampoline? Like trampolines are a risky business for us.
Just for regular people.
Yeah.
Who don't have millions on the line from their bodies.
He was like, I want to show how good my knees are right now. And I'm going to get on this trampoline with my son and jump around just to show that I could have played this week, and I'm not happy that the Raiders kept me out of this game. That was a bizarro game.
We'll say that the Raiders' sole possession of the number 1 overall pick. So, hey, I guess if that's what you're gunning for, the number 1 overall pick, then sure, knock yourself out. Vegas, they're not in Oakland no more.
Cardinals, Rams, Dolphins, Patriots. Patriots looked awesome against the Jets, but like,
and they're
world beaters.
They'll probably look awesome against the Dolphins, who have nothing to play for, and they'll be up playing in the cold.
Sure. And Drake May trying to make one more case for potentially getting MVP over Stafford. I mean, May. I had to keep telling myself yesterday, I'm watching a quarterback play against the Jets, but he looked incredible. I'd probably take Stafford with the edge, but I wouldn't be mad if May wins it.
Titans at one point had Derrick Henry. Malik Willis
looked
solid. Had him. Had Malik Willis, Jacob. Had Malik Willis. Had Malik Willis.
We have to get
had Mike Vrabel.
My only wish for 2026 is that we get a Mike of God for Jacob, so we can just randomly, as we're talking about Malik Willis, hear Jacob go, "He's ass. I don't care."
Had Mike Vrabel and AJ Brown, and just said, "All right, we're done with all of these dudes. Goodbye."
Did you see the video of AJ Brown where it's Nick Sirianni like walking to the locker room and he's all jacked up on Mountain Dew and he's like, "Who's talking now? No one's talking now." And he's so like trying to make a spectacle of him being excited about the win. He passes the locker room. Like he passes the entrance to the locker room, and AJ Brown is behind him, and he like looks to AJ to try to like have this moment, and AJ's just like, get in my head. He's like, "Yeah, cool, coach. Okay, thanks. Our offense is abysmal. Appreciate it. And come back home, AJ. Come back." Could you imagine Cam Ward with AJ Brown?
No.
One of my plays was the Cam Ward.
Which I'm confused why you sent this.
Because it was so good.
It wasn't good from Cam. He just made the right read.
So
there was nothing spectacular about this.
My
other
favorite
than the
thing
run,
about this play.
the yak yardage is phenomenal.
Yes. No, I sent the other one.
Clean
I messed
ass
up.
Pocket.
This isn't the one that I wanted,
Oh, okay.
but I did like this just because it made me giggle when he did
just
the little
throws a dude
because
the Saints are bad.
Out. No, it's the scramble play by
okay.
Cam Ward. That was like the epitome of when Will Levis makes this play, it's a bad meme, and when Cam Ward makes this play, it's a good meme, and people are saying, that's looking a little Mahomey out there. It's looking a little bit like Patrick Mahomes. Like, Cam Ward
Jacob, you can grab that.
in the bad Titans season. I tried to delete that. I sent the wrong link, and I was mad at myself. That's okay. It's hard. It's the week between Christmas and New Year's.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters. What are we doing? But Cam Ward has had some plays these last couple weeks where you're like, just get him average talent around him and see what happens.
Okay.
Just get him a little more. I believe in Cam Ward. I'm excited about Cam Ward.
You're excited about
Cam Ward.
I am open to the possibility of Cam Ward being a serviceable NFL quarterback.
I think Cam Ward is my new.
No.
I'm hanging my.
No, don't hang anything.
I'm hitching my wagon to Cam Ward. I struggle hitching it to the Titans. That feels painful.
Okay.
But I've had my wagon hitched to Caleb Williams, and I was a little nervous about the Bears, and look what happens.
If the Titans and Cam Ward find a way to get a defense that takes the ball away 32 times in an NFL season, then yeah, sure. The Bears are averaging like 2 turnovers a game so far. They've got one more game left to play, but I don't think they'll play much of anybody, so just throw that out there. So they're averaging in 16 games played 2 turnovers per game. If you get a defense who can do that, there's a whole lot of quarterbacks who we're not sure of who look a whole lot better. I'm not sure what Cam Ward takes care of Cam Ward. I'm not sure if the Titans front office from a general manager standpoint can find the talent around the league and in the draft and then develop said talent in the draft to get those types of contributions from various players on the team. What the Bears have going right now, it's special in the way that we don't often see in the NFL.
True.
So banking on the Titans to do that, I think you hitch it. I'd rather you keep your wagon hitched to Herbert.
Cam Ward made some crazy throws in that game against the Saints.
Keep it hitched to Herbert.
Like, well, I'm always with her. I can't. I'll go off the ledge with Herbert at this point.
Just stay there. Stay there.
I waffled on Bo, and I'm still waffling. The Broncos, with their win over the Chiefs, set the or tied, I think, the record of the Chiefs from last season of most single-score games, and it feels tenuous. But again, I don't know. Of all the teams in the AFC,
I mean, who's coming out of the NFC? Out of the AFC, excuse me. Who's going to put any sort
Right,
of
like I'm
real
watching
pressure
the Bills.
on that
I'm
defense?
watching the Bills yesterday, and they're so inconsistent. But sure, you get the. But that's where I always go to. Okay, fourth quarter, close game. Who am I taking? I take Josh Allen.
Okay.
I take Lamar if the Ravens end up in the playoffs. Those are the big ones.
I mean, that's it. Are you taking May over that Broncos defense?
I might.
Okay.
I just haven't seen it. So
One drive to get in the scoring range. Can he go 45, 50 yards against that defense?
Have a good defense too. So okay. Anyway, we'll see. Your last thing was something about the Pope.
Oh, 2005. New Pope. Seahawks win 13 games. Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Oh. I do believe 2013, new Pope. Seahawks win 13 games. Seahawks go to the Super Bowl. They win it, I do believe. 2025, new Pope.
There's a big caveat this year.
Seahawks win 13 games.
There's a big caveat this year.
What's the caveat?
We have an American Pope, and he's a Bears fan.
How's that a caveat?
Because he's
it's
not
still
gonna.
A Pope.
Yeah, but the Pope is. If the Pope is pulling strings, this Pope would be pulling the strings. It would be giving the extra prayers to the Bears.
Because you think the other
prayers for the Bears.
You think
they should really work that.
Stop. You think the other popes were praying for the Seahawks those 2 years?
No, I think they were. There might have been some like miscommunication. Like they were praying for the sea, and they were praying for the Hawks, and it got confused. Into one.
You think God gets confused?
No. I said the Pope. Popes
right.
are just men.
Got you.
God doesn't get confused.
You think God
but
doesn't
the
know the
popes
heart?
Do.
Okay.
I think maybe he was teaching them a lesson, like be more specific.
Got you.
Or here, we'll give the Pope, or we'll give the Seahawks.
Seahawks defense is really good.
Yeah.
Got a couple
Sam
of turnovers
Darnold,
against the Panthers. And they could be one of the teams to keep an eye on in the playoffs. I'm just saying.
We get another football game tonight. Oh my God.
So much football.
I need to watch Stranger Things. I need to watch some sort of art. My brain is football mush.
Monday Night Football is art, especially when who's playing tonight?
It's Rams, Falcons.
Especially when the Falcons are on the field.
Sure.
It's artistry.
You know, if Picasso came back and could choose one NFL team to paint, probably would be the Falcons.
Absolutely.
Bajan Robinson.
He sounds like an artiste,
tonight?
like from
Yeah,
the Renaissance.
Like
Bijan. Like
Drake London. Drake London.
Yeah.
Also sounds like he could be an artiste.
Michelangelo and Leonardo.
And Matthew Stafford. All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. We're here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll have another Grind City Media holiday special on Wednesday, just like we did on Christmas Eve. We'll have one on New Year's Eve for you. I hope everyone has a great start to your week. Tomorrow, a Grizzlies game day. Mike Wallace will join us. We'll get you all primed and prepped for one last Grizzlies game of 2025. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Bye.
Oh, I forgot.
What'd you forget?